Easy.
Let us make this quick.
Here we are again. At least, with the bloodburn gone, the undead should be less of a problem now.
What do you mean?
The bloodburn didn't just kill the living, it also woke the dead.
Interesting. Well, let's head to the fortress. I'll do the talking once we get there.
Finally.
Something there.
Fine.
They will fall. Kill it!
Interesting.
Will do.
Right.
Really?
As you want.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Certainly.
Fine.
For Northander!
Careful.
It's over already.
Got it.
Yes? What's that? Right.
Something's off. It's too quiet.
You're right. Stay sharp. Good thinking.
No! For Aeonir! Tiara's breath. Bane?
Yes. Looks like Lacane has an interest in this place.
That doesn't make sense. Aenir's blade is a bloody wasteland. Doesn't he need the Field Ark protected as much as we do?
Maybe he's even more deranged than we thought. In any case, we should hurry. If the Falcons are under attack, things are worse than we feared.
Understood.
A fine plan.
I'm telling you, you're going to regret this. We're by the... Hey, help me!
Ah, shit.
Tiara's breath. Thank you. I was sure they were going to kill me.
Well, you're safe now. What happened here? And who are you?
Ralph. Ralph Adony. I'm a mentalist from the Creators Guild in Neverlight.
Then why don't I know you?
Pardon me?
I'm Undergast, first scholar of the Creators Guild. And I have never seen your face before.
Oh, you. Of course, Lena told us about you. I only just joined the guild some weeks ago. I was a rebel before that.
Lena.
Yes, second scholar, Lena de Breos.
Look, I hate to interrupt, but we need to know what's going on here.
Yes, of course. The Deathman and the Bane. They've invaded the canyon, and they are besieging the Falcon Fortress as we speak.
Blazes. That's not good.
And what about you? What are you doing here?
Long story. I think Scala Lena is better fit to tell you. We have a camp in the southeast of the canyon. I'll go there right now. You're free to join me if you want.
Hang on there. What about the Falcons? Where are they?
Oh, yes. Most of them have withdrawn into the fortress, including Highkeeper Aranor. But there are some survivors in their old encampment south. I don't know if you've heard it, but there was quite the drama here only a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I know the story. One more question. Who are we up against? Deathmen and Bane?
Mostly, yes. Lucky for us, the Purity hasn't sent any Lightbringers yet. And of course, they're still undead. But not as many as before, when the Bloodburn was still a thing.
All right. Stay safe, Ralph.
I'll do my best.
If the fortress is under siege, that camp is probably a good place to make contact with the Falcons.
Agreed. Once we have a better idea of the situation, we'll send word out to our forces.
Fine.
Finally. Uh-huh.
A fine plan.
Blazes. They've devastated this place.
As I said, Aranor's distrust in the Deathmen was justified. Something there?
Hold it right there. One step further and I'll slit your throat.
The way you're shaking, you're more likely to cut your finger with that sword than anything else. Put it away.
Excuse me, who are you to... Wait, Lord Marshal Arendir? But they told us you fell in the Battle of Greykeep.
Who? The Bane? The Deathmen? Don't believe everything you hear, boy. Now put down that weapon. We're here to help.
Of course. My apologies, Lord Marshal. I meant no offense.
Who is... Wait, you're the one who helped to free the fortress, aren't you? And Lord Marshal Arendir, you're... Tiara's breath. I'm Watcher Joanne. Forgive Recruit Averett's behavior.
No harm done. Now, tell us what happened. Where's the High Keeper?
In the fortress. That whole mess, it happened a week ago. We were still recovering from the undead attack a moon ago, and we thought the Deathmen were gone for good. They completely took us by surprise, like bloody amateurs. We just barely managed to drive them out of the fortress.
We? But you're here, aren't you?
Yes, well, that's a different story. The 6 of us, we were tasked with guarding the catapult. When those screaming Bane fanatics attacked by the dozens, we got... I don't know, scared. We ran.
No reason to be ashamed. You're no good to anyone dead.
That's Sellsword's thinking. A keeper of the Iron Falcons shouldn't run away like that. Yet we all did. We're a disgrace.
Well, self-pity doesn't help either. We need to act. You said the Bane and the Deathmen are besieging the fortress. How big of an army are we talking about?
A large one. They are only a fraction of their respective forces, but together, they will break through the gates eventually.
Well, then I think it's time to call in our troops. Our old outpost. Is it still there?
I think the Deathmen burned it to the ground, but it should be easily rebuilt.
Good. What then?
Well, obviously the most important thing is to prevent the Deathmen from breaking through the fortress. But a head-on ambush would be suicide.
Then what do you suggest?
I suggest a two-way route. We support Highkeeper Aranor in the fortress and simultaneously weaken the enemy. Also, Averett may not look like it, but he's actually a skilled Arya Smith. If you get us the material, we can equip your warriors with it.
What about Gifford?
Yes, true. He might also be able to help. If they didn't kill him yet, that is.
The Deathmen's and the Bane's leaders. Are they here?
That crazy scarred woman and Commander Catrus, you mean? They were, yes, but they left 3 days ago.
For the attack on Mullendeer, of course. What does Arya have to do with weapons?
You don't know?
Arya water is not just used for alchemy. The Falcons have used it to imbue their weapons for centuries.
Who's Gifford?
Our engineer. He was at the catapult too when we were attacked. But he didn't make it. We left him like bloody cowards. If he's still alive, we can free him and he might be able to repair the catapult.
I understand. But how can we support the Keepers on the inside?
Well, they've been trapped in the fortress for over a week, and our provisions were already low back then. If we manage to smuggle resources inside, then it may help them to regain their strength. There's a small hole in one of the northwestern walls, just next to the catapult. If we secure that sector, we can drop resources into their courtyard.
Solid plan. Then let's get to work.
Yes, and with your permission, we will join you. We've been hiding for too long. It's time to make these bastards pay.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Yes?
It'll only take a second. That should work.
Who are they? They don't look like
Well,
Bane.
well. So you're the ones Ralph was talking about. And it's true. You're here, Undergast.
Yes, Lena, I am.
Unbelievable. Right up until now, I thought Ralph was pulling my leg. Why, Undergast? All those years, I've tried to convince you to get out there, look for wisdom in the world, rather than your books. But you wouldn't listen. And now, all of a sudden, you did? Why?
That is complicated. And if you wish so, I will tell you, but not now. It seems you and your people are in trouble, are you not?
Yeah, we are. So, who are you people? Oh, you're definitely not with the purity, that's for sure. I'd recognize that deluded look right across that bloody canyon.
Lord Marshal Angar Arendir.
Oh, so you're the King Regent. True, now I see it. Though you don't live up to the paintings, if I may say so. Then I suppose this is Tahar, the prodigal child. Pleasure to meet you.
Lena, what is the meaning of this? Why are you and these mages here?
You know who we are, Undergast, and what we set out to do. As for you, Tahar, I'm Lena, second scholar of the Creators Guild. Or was, that is. I guess they crossed out my title after I left.
We did.
So why exactly are we here in Aenir's Blade? That's a story to fill books with, but I'll make it short. Because some of us were tired of sitting on our supposedly safe little island in Everlight and watching while mages are being slaughtered. A law which, by the way, you ratified, Lord Marshal Arendir.
I did what was necessary.
Yes, the universal excuse for everything, isn't it? We spent the past year helping wherever we could, but it was a misty war, so to speak. You couldn't tell your enemies from your allies. However, since the Kane has gone crazy, things got easier. So now we're fighting the purity.
But why here? In Aenir's Blade?
Ever heard of Yura's ring?
You think it is here?
No, Undergast. I know it is here. In the first battle with the Field Darg, there was a mage named, you guessed it, Yura. She is one of the main reasons why Io is still in one piece. She held the Field Darg at bay while the Guardians banished them. Of course, however, it cost her dearly. She gave her life for it. The ring, however, is still here, buried thousands of armwits beneath the sand. We're here to retrieve it.
How? It would take years to dig that deep.
A good thing we aren't planning to dig. In the past moons, I prepared a ritual. Telekinesis, if that strikes a chord. However, releasing that much magical energy is likely to wake up a whole lot of undead. In other words, we can't do the ritual without someone guarding us. Which brings me to my next question.
We will help.
Shouldn't we at least think on this?
No, I ask very little of you, but I do ask that we do this. We will help, Lena. That is the first and last request I will ever make of you.
Thanks, I suppose.
Fine. We'll help.
Well, wait. I don't want you to risk you and your man's lives for nothing. So let us make a bargain. If you help us retrieve the ring, I'll convince some of our mages to help you in your battle. Frankly, your army has the best chances of winning this war, and we could use help.
Sounds fair. What's your plan?
Actually, it's quite simple. We will teleport ourselves to the ritual grounds and await you there. All you need to do is to protect us while we cast the spell.
That's simple enough. All right, we'll meet you there.
Thank you. And stay safe, Undergast. Will you?
I will.
Building completed.
This looks like a suitable place.
Fine.
Commander.
I ride with Hera. So much to do, so little time.
Well?
Yes.
Tiara's breath. What are you people doing here? You... Wait. Lord Marshal Arendir. I thought you were...
Dead? No, I'm not. We're here for the Falcons. We need your help.
Oh, I see. Well, as you know, the situation is dire.
We know. What are you doing out here in the desert?
We were out on a mission when the attack happened. We tried to get back and help our brothers and sisters, but as you can imagine, we're too few to take these purity bastards head on. So we stuck to the mission instead, though we weren't successful yet.
What mission?
The Death Men. They sent a group of necromancers before they launched their attack. I think they're trying to control the undead, but they're strong. Too strong.
Then let's attack together.
Yes, that might work. Fine, let's make a bargain. You help us deal with these necromancers, and we'll end you our maces. It would be an honor to fight on your side, Lord Marshal Arendir.
Likewise.
Of course, the more help we can get, the better.
Perfect. We will not let you down.
Corporal.
As you want. Good
Got
thinking.
it.
Really?
As you want.
Uh-huh.
Building completed.
That's it. They are done raising the undead.
Yes?
That should work.
Yes, of course.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. Well then,
We need to gather more wood, Commander.
Where to? Need scouting?
Building completed.
That's just how it is.
Yes.
Well, if this isn't good timing, we just finished preparing the spell. So are you ready? As I said, once we start, we can expect a lot of resistance.
I'm ready.
All right. Alron, is everything ready?
Yes.
Good. And remember, don't lose focus. Singtar Ela Shara.
Here they come!
Dal!
I will do as I must.
Undead. You read my mind.
As you require.
Building completed.
Whatever's necessary.
Just give up.
By the Guardians, we did it. We actually did it.
It's over? You have the ring?
We do. Tiara's breath. It's beautiful. You made this possible. I must say the rumors about you seem to be true. Either way, you held your end of the bargain, and we'll hold ours. I need to get the ring into safety, but the others will join you.
Wait, you aren't staying?
I can't, Undergast. Not yet.
I understand.
Good. Just exit the canyon through the pass on the east. One of our scouts will be waiting there. He'll show you the way to Mullendeer.
Mullendeer. Well, isn't that intriguing? Fine. Barrett, you heard it.
Yes. We will not let you down, Tahar.
Then I guess it's time to say goodbye. I will be back soon.
Goodbye. Let me know what you need.
Finally. Fine.
Will do.
So much to do. So all right then, let's get to it.
Our population is at maximum capacity. We need to expand.
It's over already.
Easy.
Let's see what we can do.
Your struggle is pointless.
Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
This looks like a suitable place.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Certainly.
Blazes, you did it! You crushed that scum all by yourself?
Seems like I did. Who are you?
Gifford Hendry. Color me impressed. Look, I know about your quest to defeat the Harbinger, and I want to help. I am, if I may say so, one of the best siege weapons specialists in Nortender. And I'm sure I can be a valuable asset to your cause.
What about the Falcons? The tomb still needs to be protected.
They will be fine. My apprentice is with them, and she knows what she's doing. If you want my help, I will ask Highkeeper Aranor for permission.
Well, any help is appreciated. Thank you, Gifford.
Yes,
Really?
of course.
Will do.
Finally. Uh-huh.
Fine.
Fine. Finally.
What do you want?
Tahar. And once again, you save the day. I'm ashamed you only see the Falcons like this. Failing.
It's not your fault. Your order is meant to protect the tomb, not wage a war against some fanatic.
Nice sounding words, but they aren't true. We've almost lost the tomb. Again. I guess this was your plan, Angar. Helping your sister. You always liked to be the savior.
Sister?
Yes. We're twins.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because it wasn't relevant. I'm not here to save you, Aranor. I'm here because we need your help. We need the Keepers.
Why? Because of our legendary skills? You see how much they've helped us. But I guess we should discuss this elsewhere. Let us meet at your outpost, Tahar. Before we do anything else, we need to tend to the wounded and make sure the tomb is properly guarded again. There you are. Well then, let's get this over with, shall we? What did you mean by you need our help? I appreciate what you did for us. You too, Angar. But you know that Falcons cannot leave the canyon. The tomb needs to be protected, from now until eternity.
They will guard the tomb, but not all of you. We will provide you with enough soldiers to both rebuild your fortress and to protect the tomb while you are with us. And once the Harbinger is dead, you can return to the canyon. Please, Aranor, don't make this harder than it is. You know I have the power to command you if needed. But I don't want to do this.
Fine. I suppose you're right. If the Harbinger is mad enough to attack Aenir's blade, we would not be safe here anyway. We will lend you our maces, Tahar, as long as you serve a righteous cause. What about Myra? House Uhtren's army is among the largest in Northander. Will she help too?
That's a long story. I'll tell you on the way to Mullendir.
Fine. But these soldiers you're sending as a temporary replacement, I will be the one who picks them. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Then I will join you with 24 of my keepers. That has to be enough. When do we head out?
Soon. Tahar will give the command.
If you're
Yes? What is it?
Are you all right? You seem distraught.
I am. Meeting Lena again. It was a strange experience.
I imagine. You seemed distant back there, and so did she.
Yes, because I simply did not know how to behave. This bond I have told you about, it is gone.
You mean?
Yes. My feelings for her have changed. I cannot explain why, but I felt it the moment I saw her, and judging by her body language and her words towards me, I conclude that she feels the same.
How does this make you feel?
I do not know. I will need to think.
How do you explain that?
I cannot. Maybe our disagreement did not only harm our bond, but broke it entirely. Or maybe being separated for so long did. There is no way I can know. As I have told you already, I have never before felt a connection like the one we had. I did not even believe my mind to be capable of feeling it. Its sudden disappearance makes as little sense to me as the fact that it existed in the first place.
I'm sorry.
You? Why would you be sorry?
I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Ah. Empathy. Well, thank you. But I will need to think about what to make of this first. If you don't mind, I would like some time to think now. If you wish, we can talk later.
All right.
Really?
By the Guardians. That was quite the journey, wasn't it? Wonderful place you found yourself here, Corporal. Wonderful.
Glad you like it. Did you have a look at the city's defense mechanisms yet? They might interest you.
Yes, actually I have. They are part of why I find this city so intriguing. I mean, I always knew the Shapers had some interesting weaponry, but this, it's amazing. I still don't understand why the Crown never showed much interest in these ruins in the first place. Anyway, I don't want to steal more of your precious time. As promised, I'll help you improve your siege machinery, catapults, ballistas, and the like. Though of course that'll cost you a little. Not for me, but for the material.
All right. I'll come by when I need something.
You're an adventurer, aren't you? Come take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest. Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
Let me see what you have in...
Certainly. Shields. Everything from copper daggers to moon silver swords.
Something, sir. Understood.
I'll keep you shielded. Hurrah!
Get ready!
Understood.
Yes?
Yes? All right.
Tahar, over here!
Bertrand? What, did you send the message?
Well, otherwise I wouldn't be here, would I? And no, this isn't an ambush. The Harbinger doesn't know I'm here, and if he found out, well, it would get unpleasant. Look, Tahar, I don't know where to begin. I'm so sorry for what Lacane did. Taking your mother, trying to kill you? It's horrible.
Did you know?
No, I didn't. He always spoke very highly of you, even though you were a mage. I don't think anyone within the Purity knew the bigger picture. But now that I do, it makes sense. He needs the power of the Shaper Woman to open the gate. I just don't understand why he would try to kill you. By guiding the Harbinger to the Shaper Woman and ending the Bloodburn, you serve the All-Father just as he foresaw it.
The Shaper Woman is my mother.
I know, and I can imagine how hard this is for you. But she was also responsible for the Bloodburn.
Then why are you here? Have you broken ties with the Purity?
What? No, of course not. I'm here because I'm worried about you. I know what you are planning to do, taking back Greyfell. You can't win this, Tahar, and all you will achieve is cause even more suffering. Aeonir will return. It's a divine plan, and it is the Purity's responsibility to see it through. The longer you struggle, the more bloodshed you will cause.
We will cause? We aren't the ones hunting down mages, conquering cities, and forcing our faith down other people's throats.
Blazes, Tahar! Do you really think this is easy for me? I know we were forced to do some things you might have trouble understanding, but it is for the greater good. As the Harbinger once said, this world, it's like an ulcer, a cancerous growth. The only way to change it is by cutting off the ulcer, and that is always painful. So yes, I know there are people who might consider us evil, but that's because they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the beauty that lies ahead if only we cleanse this world and open the gates. In 100 years from now, we will be remembered as pioneers, as heroes, whereas you will be the ones who stood in the way of change, only because you refused to see the truth.
You don't even have proof, for heck's sake. All you have is some madman's prophecies of some vague fantasy world, and yet you use it to justify the murder of thousands.
It's not a fantasy! Damn it, Tahar! If you would have seen what I have, you would fall down on your knees and ask the All-Father for forgiveness for what you just said. But it's always like that. The key to a peaceful world was always in our hand, yet we don't use it, simply because we refuse to see.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but there is no solution. The Harbinger attacked Molindir, and his intent is to hunt down every single mage on Io. We have no choice.
You do. You could run.
What?
I said you could run. You and your friends. Disband your army, go into hiding, conceal your magic until it is all over and the All-Father has returned. The waves will calm. I just know it. Then you will see that we were right, and no one else needs to die.
Apart from the ones who refuse to give up, or who are unlucky enough to be hunted down by your Lightbringers.
They could do the same. And if only they had a hint of reason, they would. Only a fool tries to fight the troll with a sword made of wood.
What would the Harbinger do if I told him of this meeting?
You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't stab someone in the back who tried to help you.
I can't, Bertrand. I want this as little as you do, but Lacane still has my mother. I need to save her.
Well, I had a feeling you would say that. Then it seems the only way to settle this is more bloodshed. I never imagined it would ever come to that, you know? And I hope it hadn't.